In this demo, it's called the silver nitrate precipitate test. We have quite a few components and actually a couple of parts to this demonstration. Our two solutions are hydrochloric acid. This time we're using zero point 0.1. We have silver nitrate. It's moderately toxic, so it's something we really have to be careful. And it's stained, so I need to make sure I'm wearing gloves for this. We're using filter paper, funnel, a small beaker, test tube holder. And we will also use a little container. It doesn't have to be a weighboat, but just something to hold the filter paper. The second part of this demonstration, we're going to go outside. So let's get started. I've pre-measured our hydrochloric acid, about 3 milliliters. Notice it's clear solution. And then I'm going to add our silver nitrate. So before I add it, notice that the silver nitrate is also pretty clear, but notice what will happen once those two mix up together. Definitely is showing a change there. Let me add a little bit more. One last milliliter here. Okay. We close our silver nitrate bottle. So as you can see, significantly different from what it was in the beginning. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use our filter paper. I've created it as a conical shape so it fits perfectly in our funnel. And I'm going to swirl a little bit and start filtering. Let's give it some time. Much of the liquid is getting absorbed by the filter paper. Our main goal really is to just make sure we don't have the solution itself as like a big puddle in that filter paper. And then what we'll do is, if enough of the filtrate runs through, we'll open up our filter paper, take it outside, and then expose it to sunlight. A big portion of sunlight is a mixture of different radiation, and the one that we're looking for specifically is ultraviolet. So that's something that will cause a secondary change in this particular demonstration. So perhaps a few more seconds here. One way to encourage the filtration process is kind of shift your filter paper a little bit without breaking it. Filter papers tend to break pretty easily if you use anything that's sharp. It's getting close to finishing there. Let's try to encourage the filtration process to happen much quicker. So as we're waiting for this, consider the process of filtration. Are we separating it based on physical or chemical property of the substance? That's something that we have discussed in class. We're almost there. Just trying to encourage the filtration to happen much quicker. It's hard to see on camera, but I can see some white kind of powdery material trapped on the filter paper. Let me see if I can uncover a filter paper a little bit more just to allow for this process to go quicker. Yeah, as long as I don't break it, we should be fine. Okay, we're at a point where I think we have enough of our filtrate to run through. I'm going to open it and set it on our container here. We're using a weighboat if we had a bigger cover watch glass, we could have used that as well. All right, so now let me set this down. Let me open this up. Okay, so again, on video, it's harder to see because of the changing or different contrast, but there is a layer, almost like a powdery layer on there, some solid powder that's now on the surface of our filter paper. It's white and it's kind of milky in color and consistency. But what I'm going to do is take this outside now. So here, we're going to take it and expose it to the sun. I will give it some time. So as I mentioned earlier, the sun has a lot of different types of radiation, but one of its key components is ultraviolet. And I don't know if you can see that there is a significant color change. It's turning gray. So as the title of this demo states in the beginning, what we have formed here is a precipitate. The question now is, what precipitate did we form? Something I'd like you to consider and look into. That is the end of the demo.